Woo-wee, once more headlong into the breach. So yeah, I'm cooking up some chicken thighs, and I still got about 30 minutes left. So once that big ding sound happens, that's when the cooking's done. I'm gonna probably cut off out of here, but I figure I usually stream around 9 p.m. every night so far. Been on a stream streak, so might as well keep going. But yeah, I've discovered a lot of little electronics and things I've put away, and the batteries are probably crapped out on them because I failed to maintain the batteries on the what the heck. Let's see. Let's check this out. Yep, so that's that. Well, congratulations, man. You were the first guy I've ever suppressed. I'm not putting it up. I'm not putting up with that. Oh boy. So anyway, it was pretty cool. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for that chicken to cook. Some chicken thighs. I got a pretty good sale. I'm just charging up one of my old tablets. Seeing how that'll go. Right there, it's charging up. It's been in a drawer for a long time, so hopefully it'll be okay. Just don't know. But it's really old. It's super old. Uh, I don't even know what's on there. Yep. Oh, Vincent Bass. Oh, I'm gonna mess it up if I say it. You were on there yesterday. Hey, how? Yeah. Do I want to sell it? I don't think so. I usually, I'm not a very good seller. What I have is usually I get it and I hold on to it. If I'm so yeah, I got it off of eBay. It's an old export tablet. I think a lot of companies use these for inventory or whatever, or to do checkouts and stuff. It's kind of scratched up. Well, what I wanted about it was it was a GPS tablet. I was really sore because I crowdfunded something called the Meet Earl, MEETEAR, uh, E A EARL, Meet Earl. It was a scam. I paid like $400 for a tablet that did not appear. So, riffing off of that, I bought this thing. I think I got it because it had GPS. I was gonna put maps and stuff on it, but I don't know how far I got. Like sometimes my projects, I just totally space out and I don't remember. I don't remember what's going on. Um, it's from having too many responsibilities, not enough sleep. I'm finally getting back to my normal self a little bit. I still have memory gaps um, that I hope to restore once I get a hold of my library in SoCal. That's a major that's a major mission. Um, but yeah, what I want to do with this tablet is hopefully I can put Google Translate on it, and that way I can start translating things live on live. I thought I was gonna have to buy another tablet or whatever. Then I found this one in a drawer. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm duplicating what I already have thought about. So, but yeah, the problem though, that blinky blinky may mean the battery is shot, and in that case, it's just going to be um, it's just going to be a brick. It's going to be bricked out. So take it from me. Do an inventory all your battery and well, yeah, battery based your batteries and your battery based electronics, and make sure they're charged up, and you don't leave them somewhere and then cause the battery to expire. Well, there's Tina Foose. I remember you from yet last night too. So since I just plugged it in, I don't want to power it on. Well, let's find out. Let's find out. It's been plugged in about 5 minutes. Let's power it on. Oh, that's a good sign. That is a good sign. So, okay, well, maybe it's not shot as I thought. So it's booting up, but it uses a very old Android operating system, and it's not upgradable. It's locked down. I already tried to upgrade it. It was not having it. And then I think these are really expensive, but the problem is the Android was not upgradable. And then what do I have on here? Got some interesting stuff on here. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to look around. Tina Fu says, "Aren't you streaming on the tubes of you?" I need a translator for that one. So I'm streaming right now on YouTube. This isn't a recording. It's a live deal. Yeah, I'm streaming right now. Does that answer your question? This isn't a recording. This is the real deal. Well, in the future it'll be a recording, but as of August 19th evening, this is a live deal. So yeah. So let's see. Let's go to the Play Store. Oh, I got this before I even. Does this have? Was this using for Wi-Fi? Is it working? What? Did I actually have access on this thing? I can't imagine I did. So anyway, find out. But yeah, it's raining right now. It's kind of cool. I can hear the rain on the roof. I didn't get to enjoy my house for so many years. Like I'd literally be at work right now. I was working for 3 years, like 2 jobs, night job and a day job. Now I'm just doing a day job, and my house was wrecked. Like I had ulcers. I was using caffeinated energy drinks and stuff, and I was worried I was gonna get stomach cancer from all those energy drinks. I was drinking like 3 or 4 a day. We're talking the monster size, whatever were those 16 ounces, and they were losing their effectiveness. I'm just I'm just logging into this thing. Possibly. Maybe that's why maybe yeah, I you know they're basically they give a bit and they take a lot, energy wise. Like you're you're gonna have to pay interest on that extraction they give you. I mean, if it keeps you awake enough to drive, that was the other thing. Like I was driving 2 hours a day to the other job, to an hour there, an hour back, and in inclement weather, like when it was snowing or blizzards or whatever, and deer, man, it was deer. They had a suicide pact with like jumping in front of. I actually got hit by one. I had to do a lot of repairs. I did, but yeah, like what do you call? Well, apparently the Wi-Fi is working. Maybe I did have. I gave myself access. Interesting. It's just your memory. When your memory, like I know this person. The person was me, a previous self, a previous rendition, but I don't remember doing what I did. So I just amazed myself. I'm like, who am I if I don't remember who I was? You know. Um. So yeah. So this is ancient tech. I mean, it's not, but it is. Like I'm just typing things in here. I got one of those password things that if you don't do it right, it disappears. You forget what you did. Oops, that's not good. I have no way of knowing if that worked. Did not take it. Let's try again. Sorry, I'm putting the password in. I'm using all my attention. But yeah, y'all can comment on stuff and I'll respond to it. If you have, if some of y'all, I'll use like Roku and stuff. You're not able to really input anything. But yeah, I'm cooking up some chicken thighs. So, oh, dang, I forgot what I was doing. Darn it, I have to do it again. So I'm waiting for the chicken thighs to finish cooking. We'll hear a big ding in the background, and then they'll be done. And then I don't know. I'm just cooking 3. The other day I cooked 5. I gave one to the cats that was raw, and I cooked 5. But it was a tedious thing because they started leaking everywhere, and now I'm just cooking 3 and see how if that'll be okay, and then if that's not, I mean, if that works fine, like it's like you set it and forget it, great. They got another 3 to cook right after if that works. I'm having to eat more chicken because it's one of the least expensive meat out there, at least in my region here. And chicken thighs are one of the least expensive cuts. Uh, I was listening to a lot of the prisoners, they have YouTubes, and they call it meat on the bone. Like in the prison, they would get meat that they didn't know if it was real or not unless it had a bone in it. And so chicken thighs are that type of meat. It's real because it has a real bone. In the world of mystery meat and faux meat and almost meat and can't believe it's meat and you know maybe having a bone will be not just for prisoners. We'll have to like look at meat. If it's got a bone in it, then it's at least meat. Until they start making synthetic bones, which I doubt. But there are synthetic there are synthetic like barbecue marks. I've noticed on some meats, like they'll put like it was on a grill, but it's just like stamped on there, like the black marks. So I know that's fake in some cases. But yeah, if you think of, well, hello there, Mr. Warren Prout Sr. It's a very prestigious sounding moniker. Um, I'm still trying to put this password in here. Sorry. But yeah, always remember that. If it's got a bone in it, it's probably real meat, right? But if it doesn't have a bone, it could be anything, you know? I mean, really, there's a lot of tricksters out there that, obviously ground beef, they can cut it with they can put fat in there, they could do all kinds of stuff to. But if you got meat on the bone, that is a darn good barometer to know if you've got real meat or not, if it's got a bone in it. So yeah. Y'all ever hear about the lobsters? Historically, um, they were not considered good eating until they became fashionable. I wonder if chicken thighs will be like that. Right now, they're considered food for the, well, unless they're like, well, okay, you got chicken wings. They'll turn in some cases they'll turn chicken thighs into like fake chicken wings, or like is a close cousin. But I wonder if someday chicken thighs will be like lobster, just because the way prices are going and just the way food fads are going. Because you only get two thighs per chicken, and a chicken takes months and months. I mean, they have it. They have chickens now which cycle fast, but still it takes months and months, and you only get two little doodad chicken thighs. I mean, logistically, it's probably a pretty glamorous and hoity-toity thing to eat chicken thighs, and people just don't understand it yet. Um, Especially if you have to compare, like eating, like the fad now of like eating bugs and junk, like crickets and cricket flour and junk. Like compared to that, a chicken thigh is like prime rib. you know, it's just funny how things are working out. How things are going. Oh, that chicken smells good. I can smell it. I have it. I did a little couple shorts on. I got I got it for free, and it works great. I generally like little cooker ovens and stovetop ovens and toaster ovens. There's very little that can go wrong with them. They're very simple. And with the tariffs and stuff, I'm worried about all kinds of people that just throw things away because one little repairable issue with it, and they just in this throwaway culture. These tariffs are going to really tear them people up. Like you're not going to be able to just like toss things and buy new like like these spoiled people are like, and maybe it's just they never understood how to repair things or whatever, but so many things can be repaired. um the the quick way to repair things, a lot of people know this, that live in the poor areas, is you get two or three of the same thing, and you use parts off of one to fix up one good one out of all the different broken ones. So yeah, microwaves and little ovens and ovens and things have very little things that can go wrong with them. Yeah. Mr. Warren Pruitt Sr. is talking about facts. I haven't purchased a TV in 5 years. I see the one on the side of the road. Most of the time it's capacitor. Yeah, capacitors. Yep. I have a few TVs too that I know it's the capacitors that have gone bad. I need to get in there. Well, now that I have more time, I'm just being hit with years of backlog stuff I need to work on. But yeah, fixing capacitors is very very simple, or I'm sorry, very economical repair. And yeah, and, capacitors explode, they leak, they go out of spec, and then you gotta get them fixed up. But yeah, yeah, I haven't had time to watch TV in years. Like, I don't know what's on TV anymore. Like, I just haven't had. I had to sleep or not sleep, and that was my free time. I didn't get enough sleep. I was getting like 3 hours of sleep in one set, and then 4 hours in the other, and it was killing me. When I was growing up as a child, like I watched TV all the time. I was watching Gilligan Island and all kinds of stuff, and I had the luxury of TV watching. But yeah, like, let's see. Right here is an old tube TV, right? It's a Sharp, but I use it to play like vintage Nintendo. And these old tube TVs, they're gonna be like gold because they're not making them anymore. So they're limited supply. And what I mean by gold is just like vintage video games. Like, people are understanding like vintage video games are the way to go, because all the new video games are becoming lockdown. Like, um, anyway, I've heard like the Switch 2 has become like a rental device, to where if you don't do exactly what they want, they can brick your device remotely. And people are going to understand that the old games, like, especially with the different things you can do, retroactively. The old games are the way to go. And so what do you need on with an old game? Uh what do you need with the old game? You need an old TV, and that's where these old TVs will shine, like these old CRT TVs. So if I were you, I'd grab them and hold on to them. If you look on the aftermarket, like, people are waking up to it. Um, these old TVs that are for free right now, in a few years, they'll be worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars, because the supply will dry up. So save all you can. Let's see, Elijah Watson. Do I remember you, Elijah? I think my memory is caused a. I think I have a memory leak somewhere. Tell me a joke or something. I'll remember you better. Honestly, yeah. It's sad. Like taking things with you. That's the other thing. Like, people are moving around too much. Like, when I was growing up, like, my parents kept moving every couple of years, and like we had to get rid of things because we couldn't take it with. So now that I'm an adult, I have this house. I bought this house for but she's now my ex-wife. I haven't spoke to her in over a decade. I don't know what's happened. She could be dead in a ditch. I wouldn't know. Um, but my dream was to never move. Like, yeah, maybe I could have, like, eventually, like, like, extra houses and stuff. Potentially, if I made it. But the core house, I never move. And ironically, it's full of crap now because I've never had to get rid of things. Yeah, I learned how to get rid of things as a child, regrettably, and now that I'm stuck in one place, like, I just accumulated things. Like, the other thing too, like, I'm one of those people that hold on to things, as you can probably tell. Like, I just cannot get rid of things, and if I see things for free or people get rid of them, like, save it for parts at the very least. I mean, and I try to not destroy things for parts, but um, yeah, yeah, moving is a scam. The other thing I want to mention, I've thought about, and it was brought up to me, is in the old days, these families, they would stick together, but somehow everybody thinks they need their own house and their own car and their own job and this and that. So if you have basically a family of four, maybe that used to be typical. They used to be bigger than four. Mother, father, and two children. That's like it's like replacement level, barely. If nothing happens, is bad. But so the two children move and they each buy a house, and now like everybody's trying to like pay for this. Well, the kids are trying to pay. The children trying to pay for these houses when they should have just stayed at home and invested money. And they all should just like stay at home, maybe have like a little guest house or whatever. Like I think a lot of Chinese and Italian do that, and I think Arab families do that, where they live together for extended amounts of time, and then they don't blow their money on these. Everybody has to have their own house, and it's like, well, that turns you into a worker bee for life, and then it's just goofy because then your parents get old, and how are you gonna take care of them because you're like far away, you know? Yeah, a family compound or like the Kennedys. I like to bring that up to my family. Like think about Camelot that the Kennedys had. It was like all the Kennedys could run around and do whatever, and they did. They kind of messed a lot of them messed around or whatever, but they all had a place at Camelot, as I understand. I didn't really look into it too much, but so you could be a screw off, but you'd always have a bed and a breakfast at the Kennedy compound at Camelot. That's the way it should be done. Like there should be a core family Camelot type deal. Everybody's welcome and stuff, and it maybe have it in a trust to where it couldn't be screwed up. Like there's a saying, like have a trust that 10 generations of crackheads uh can't touch. Like they can't cash it out and buy crack. There's a way to do it. Um, and that way all your progeny is not going to be like working 2 or 3 jobs trying to pay a dang rent or mortgage and waste their whole lives away, which I've wasted a huge amount of like 3 decades just working. Why? Like in the family there was all this property and housing and things, and it could have been a way better situation. Just wasted my life working for people, and you find out when they're done with you, they don't give a crap. They just replace you with somebody younger. There's laws and stuff that's supposed to be against that, but are you in a situation where you can fight that? Probably not. Anyway, I need to log into this thing. I keep I keep getting distracted. Yeah, like copy. I hate to say this, but copy what works. Especially like rich people, they figured it out. A lot of them aren't. You know, a lot of them live together. So they don't have to waste money on rent and buying crap. Like this house used to be a rental. It's a kind of a crappy house. It's put together crappy, and it's great. Look, I'm grateful for it, but I'm still paying it. I still owe like 15 grand on it. So yeah. So let me see if I can log in. See, I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm trying to put in my password. Oh, it gives you like a little clue when you type it in, but my passwords are egregious. Like they're okay. I think I did it. Hold on. Come on, work. It's not doing it. Interesting. I don't know what's going on. Hmm. So yeah. But anyway, what's another scam? Like back when I was in the military, I always had to like have a nice haircut and had to buy razors all the time. I haven't had to buy a razor in like 3 years. Um, Started growing my hair. I have like I have like a pony. I have it tied up, but I don't know what I'm doing. It's like a lot of things I used to do I don't do anymore, and I like I've lost like a lot of memory. Um, and like I don't I don't know what's going on. Like, do I rediscover what I used to be, or do I expand out into some other existence? Um, like fulfilling so many different roles and stuff. It's kind of made me like schizophrenic, like or something close to it, to where like the only differentiator is the clothing. If I'm wearing a uniform, like I used to be a soldier, I used to be a sailor, I used to be a cook, I used to be an electronic technician, I used to be a custodian. Uh right now I'm a mailman part time. Um I used to be a husband, I used to be all kinds of stuff that I'm not anymore. So like all these different roles made me like schizophrenic, and like somehow like putting on the outfit for the role like recalls who I am or what I'm supposed to be doing. But I've lost a lot of like data, like mentally, like what I'm doing. So like I can improvise and like get along to go along and fake it till you make it. But I had different roles, authentic roles and things, and it's all been stratified. Like, so part of my quest is get down to SoCal. I've got a library down there, hundreds, if not thousands, of books. I gotta recall. I gotta get my library back. And I'm hoping flipping through those books will like recall who I used to be. Like, yeah, it's probably from stress. Word puzzles stress me out worse than anything. Like crosswords, and especially it's not a word puzzle, but that one puzzle called Sudoku. To me, that's like kryptonite. I can't. It's not, no way. Like, yeah, memory. Look, memory and everything. Crosswords. I mean, it's great. Like I said, I didn't have any time to play around, even watch TV, and now I do, and it's kind of funny because the body adapts to your level of existence. Like thermogenically, like your body will try to hold on to calories and cause you to like not expend as much energy to survive. And so like you can become like you can go from being an athlete to a lard ass pretty quickly because your body wants to expend as little energy as possible to stay alive. So you're always fighting that aspect. Um, yeah, I math has always been a weak spot for me. I didn't have any good teachers. Well, I had one, but then my parents moved and I lost that access. Um, but yeah, I'm fascinated by math, and especially working with AI and stuff. It's essential information. So um, I'm just like retroactively learning things. But I may never. I'm There is a point they say where you're not able to learn things like you could as a child. So I may be over the hill, but I can at least like I was saying, fake it till I make it. I don't know, but I can use AI to supplement my um, understanding of things. So my password is not working. Interesting. Oh, I heard the ding. So let me. Well, that chicken's got to cool off anyway. I don't got to head over there just yet. But but yeah, and y'all want to talk about some stuff? Tap into my expertise of something. Let me hear what you got if you got anything. Sometimes too, it's just better just to sit back and listen to people ramble. Um, I better plug this in. See, I need to do a systematic type arrangement for all my battery charging needs. Because especially now when the weather's pretty well, except for this week, it's supposed to be overcast and rainy. But I run off of solar power, and with all that free electrons and charging, I should really get my battery stuff working good. It's not really good this week, but it'll probably be clearing up by next week. And it's just sad how you can have 90% of what you need to be in a good way, and then due to being so tired and lethargic from your overwork, you just I want to show you guys something. You may not know these exist, but they exist. They're lithium 9-volt cells. Isn't that just wild? I just plugged them in. That's why some are coming up as charged or some are not. Lithium 9-volt cells. Isn't that amazing? I didn't know they existed. I'm charging them up right now. So yeah. Yeah, it's good to have rechargeable batteries because when you gotta store that solar energy up some way. And then I got a very old system. I have some of the video on my YouTube. It was some kind of like mind programming system where you wore these goggles, and they'd flash in your eyes like these red patterns. It was red LED patterns, and then you'd be listening to it was like a mind sync thing. And the headset took 9-volt batteries, and that's when I bought those lithium 9 volts, because like I'm going to reprogram myself uh big time. I need some batteries, so anyway, that's why I got them. But I'm not using them for much, but they're really cool and convenient um for what they are. But yeah, it was like Hemisync or something. I forget what it was. I'll have to dig them out. I got to be careful because I got so many projects and things left undone. It's like a oh, I'm gonna turn that off. Some Bluetooth ones. No, I didn't have a chance to really use use that system. Apparently, it's very renowned, and the working sets are very hard to find. Um, there's a lot of pseudoscience, and then there's like fringe science, and then there's a lot of like things that really aren't pseudoscience, but they are labeled as such. Um, so I was trying those out. I was like, if there's anything to it, but I really need to get back into that and see what's going on, because they are discovering that the eyes have a direct route into the mind, the brain, and then using certain patterns, and like with those folks that are they see like bright lights flashing, and they become a they lose their motor skills, and they start jittering and stuff. Or who are those? But anyway, it's based on light entering their eyes and their mind. And so if you know that's true, and you're not one of those folks, uh, theoretically you can reprogram a lot of your mental mindscape with lights flashing and stuff. That's a theory anyway. Um, yeah, too bad I can't remember what those people are called. The ones that are sensitive to light flashing, I forget. They're a known factor. Um, anyway, I'm not logging in very good on this. Let me go back in the. Let's go home on this. How about Google Earth? Does that work? I put Google Earth on this thing. See if that works. It's going kind of slow. Yeah, I think I was limited as far as what I could do with this thing. Um, it's not nothing's happening. So the problem with a lot of apps is they go stale, and then the operating system goes stale, and then you're done. So as far as doing anything, like unless you have some legacy apps in there that can work without internet connection, then you're done. I don't know why it's still loading. It should just come up. It's probably fried, or not fried, but um, cooked. Not cooked. Google Earth was amazing when it was working. I could feel around and like it was a globe, and you could zoom in and zoom out. I'm gonna see. I gotta see if I can revive this poor tablet. I just put it away like it was a time capsule. It was meant to be used. So I'm not seeing anything coming from that. Well, if I can't even log into YouTube, that's probably all. What's this one? Military time? Interesting. What's Oh, it's just okay. It's just a calculating thing. Yeah, it makes you wonder, like old tech. I mean, what are you gonna do with it when it doesn't work anymore for you? So yeah, hopefully maybe I can even log into AI on this tablet. Who knows? Like maybe ChatGPT or at least or something or Claude. I don't know about the new Google stuff. Okay, well, I guess I don't know if I want to keep running this or not. Um, I get a lot of new subscribers from doing live streams. In fact, that's pretty much a source of new subscribers. Uh, but yeah, my channel, Military Industrial Museum, I do a lot of AI music. Some pretty good music. I mean, what I'm interested in is like rhyming instructionals, and guess what? That means rap songs. So guess what? A lot of the music is rap, but a lot of it's technical rap, having to do with AI or computer based or you know things like that. Some of it comes out really good. Like I can do AI music, but it goes through a filtering process with me being the judge of whether something is good enough to release or not. I usually don't release crap. It usually has to sound good. I mean, some of the earlier stuff, it was not as good as later stuff. Just like anything else, the iterations. Uh, as the skill level goes up, the quality goes up. So yeah, I am not happy with how this worked out. Yeah, I'm gonna just be a chicken eater, because the price of everything is so high. I mean, ideally, I'd have some what I wanted to do before a hawk came and killed my hens. I was so mad. I was gonna have fresh eggs, and then I go out of my way and go on like Amazon, so subscribe and save and get hash browns. Or sorry, corned beef hash. And I was gonna have scrambled eggs and corned beef hash every day, and the eggs would be free. Well, at a low cost because it would be from my chickens. And the stupid hawk came in and killed them all. That's what they do. If it's not hawks, it's raccoons. If it's not raccoons, it's snakes. If it's always something trying to mess up your plans. But so now, if I go buy chicken thighs, with bone in them. Most people don't want to fool it. And probably get them pretty inexpensively. But that, like anything, that's gonna go away. It'll the little loopholes will always close. So yeah, I'm not happy about this. Can I get internet? What do I have for internet on this thing? Chrome. Oh, that's funny. I got some old websites on here. Oh, okay. I was trying to put ATAC Civ on here. I forgot about that. I couldn't seem to do it because it's too old. Yeah, that's when I abandoned the Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, this is gonna be like my navigation tablet, but now I'm stuck at home, and it's not such a big priority anymore. Oh, this is cool. So this was a Kickstarter, and I bought it. Not I didn't do this Kickstarter, but I bought the bag on a it was on eBay. I bought the bag, and I was looking up what it was. Apparently, back in the old days, this was something else. Does it play? It was like a little solar backpack. It's not playing. I don't know what people paid for it, but I got one. And the problem was the solar panel was low quality, and it was having issues. And I never did get it to work. Um, so whether it was kind of the urban camo was cool, but yeah, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of failed projects you can buy on eBay. I got lots of failed projects from eBay of things, and if you're able to retroactively like find projects like that were crowdfunded and they went to crap, a lot of people just sell their stuff on eBay, or estate sales and stuff. Like, I got a really rare robot on an estate sale. It was like unopened. It's probably they were beta tester, and um they passed away and never got to beta testing it. It was like one of the last remaining examples. But yeah, I got to get to that too. It runs on Windows XP though, which is right. Um, yeah, so many projects. Well, anyway, it's been great hanging out with everyone. I'm not sure what I'll do next. I need to get this tablet working. I don't at least play some YouTube. In fact, let me see. Do I have YouTube access on this thing or not? Well, assuming it had remedial. Wow, this is so old. This was before the UKR and Rus conflict. Interesting. Um, let's see. YouTube. Will YouTube come up? Uh-oh, look at that. Your browser isn't supported anymore. You update to get the best YouTube experience and the latest features. Can I bypass that? I hit remind me later, and the great, the gray, the gray YouTube interface. See if if the YouTube will come up. I'll pull up some of my AI songs. I can play them because they come from me. There's no copyright junk. It's not working. So Firefox, can I try that out? Let's go ahead and download that. We'll try this one. See, the problem is you get locked out because things are so old. You can't update things and then you can't do nothing. See, this browser is no longer supported. So no wonder this tablet got surplus. It's just a pain in the butt to navigate anything or try to do anything. I probably can't even use the Play app. Yeah, this is gonna be a bugbear. All right, it almost looks like everybody took off, so this is a good time to cut this stream off. Oh, the little meter says someone came back. I don't know how accurate that meter is, so I'll keep going until the hour mark or so. But yeah, I'm fiddling around. Can't hardly fiddle well enough on this thing. Yeah, see if I can revive this tablet and be at least play some music. I mean, holy heck. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what's going to happen though is people are going to have to start using these old electronics, whether even if they're old Androids and stuff, because just imagine it. You know, they have a little pause in the tariffs for 90 days, but what happens if it comes back? It could come back twice as hard, and then pretty much will be in the dark ages as far as new tech. Everybody's going to have to get to learn how to live with the old tech, you know. And then what you have is what you have. So I think things are gonna get a little tough, you know, a little tough on us. You know, sad to say. I keep putting in my password and it's not working. Maybe it's because of my fat finger in it. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what's going on. This touchscreen isn't great. So yeah, have to look at it very carefully. Make sure I don't. I think I put extra digits in there. Okay, maybe not. Wow, this is gonna be. That's what's going on. I'm putting extra digits in. I'm gonna have to really be so careful putting in the password. So yeah, that's not gonna do it. That's not gonna do it. Well, maybe if I flip it. That'll work. Nope. What if I use the pencil that came with it? Where's it located? I know it's in there somewhere. There it is. How did I get to it? Hold up. Oh, check this out. So the pencil's in the handle. No wonder it was hidden from me. You see that? You pull on that. I think, yep. And there's your pencil. Your static electricity pencil. I'm gonna try using this to input my password. See if that makes a difference. It might be a little more accurate than my little. No, it's horrific. I typed it in once and came out with like 6 step. Yeah. So it's going to be a bugbear to take care of this, but I need to work on it and get it done. But so I'm gonna get some chicken up in my pallet here. That chicken is cooled down enough. I'm probably eat on it, and I gotta get another set going. But yeah. So about 2 minutes from now, I'm gonna cut this off, and then we're gonna be done. But yeah, check out my channel, Military Industrial Museum. Surely there is some good stuff on there for you. Check out the shorts. That's where a lot of the music ends up. If it's over 3 minutes, it'll go into the regular videos. If it's 3 minutes or left, it goes in the shorts. That's what I've noticed. And shorts actually get broadcast. The regular video, some of the longer songs are really good, but they don't go anywhere because they don't have the shorts venue where they get shot out into popularity. So, it's getting hard sitting down. When I was young, I could sit down on carpet for hours, but now it's not. The circulation is bad, or the ligaments and joints, or something. But yeah. Luckily, I'm only working part time now. I don't know how much long I can sustain that. I'm thinking about going back to the military. If one day you see me without my beard, it's probably because I'm going back in the military. They're not, other than certain situations, they're not beard friendly. And I'm part of me is like a little hesitant to cut off because I don't know what's going to be under it. Probably all kinds of hidden maladies. But okay, well, that's it. I'm gonna cut this off here at the hour mark. So thanks for joining me, and check out my channel, Military Industrial Museum. Find some stuff if you can, and subscribe and all that other. Like, I have like 5,000 subscriptions. I don't know what to tell people. Like, you know, people I subscribe to, they get buried into other. I can't even track things. I guess you have to write down the channel names in like a little notebook and look them up separately. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna get gone. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'm gonna get gone. Here we go. Bye bye.